Shores, Grays Harbor County. This weekend was the Roanoke Conference. It's become a very popular annual event out here on the coast. Happens in January, and it's a weekend conference that focuses on conservative and right of center public policy. The whole weekend there are panel discussions, some straight up kind of speech statements, but the focus is on kind of interactive involvement. People who attend the conference are able to participate, even panels, even speakers, and ask questions, sometimes make comments, and so it's very interactive. And I think that's one of the reasons it's become so popular. It's very policy focused. It's not explicitly Republican or Democrat, so it's not partisan. But like I said, it's conservative or at least right of center. And in that way, it's an interesting conference every year because people who are on the middle to just right of center end of part of the political spectrum, and people who are farther right, conservative, all come together and kind of swap ideas, swap strategies and tactics, and again, very policy focused. I was involved in a lunchtime debate on Saturday about whether we should restrict TikTok on government devices in the state of Washington. There were the usual issues that people care about were panel topics. So there was a panel on homelessness. There was a panel on outreach to different groups of the general population who aren't really politically engaged. There is an interesting panel going on right now. I just stepped out of it. Ari Hoffman, talk radio host, is leading a panel talking about the October 7th Hamas attack on Israel, and has a couple of people who were there and some other people who are expert in that field. So it's interesting stuff, again, very kind of wonky and policy driven. But I guess the reason I'm talking to you about it is an interesting coming together of everybody who isn't far left, basically. There are even some Democrats in here who are talking about practical policy solutions for issues in Washington. It's a hopeful sign that the conservative, common sense conservative policy approach that we've been promoting for so long is starting to get a wide audience. And it's conferences like this one that help refine our discussion of policy so that it can reach that wider audience here in Washington and everywhere in the United States. So an interesting weekend here. I'll have more to report on kind of how it ended up after all in a few days. But for now, have a good week. Have a great week. And I'll talk to you again soon.